Welcome to the Sierra Nevada Realtors 411 podcast. We're back with a new episode, and I'm here with my co-host, President-elect Sam Olson.
And I am here with my co-host, your president, Garrett Lapierre. And today we are welcoming Jena Lanini from Coldwell Banker to the table.
Thanks for having me.
Jena?
I love the little the duo, I love the co-host.
You know, we learned pretty early on. We play pretty well off each other.
That's true.
So it's like, Mo and Curly, something like that.
Yes, maybe.
There's a lot of good duos, but you're your own kind. There's nothing that can mimic.
Yeah, they broke the mold when they made us, and they're like, that's enough of that.
We tried to change it to the Garrett and Sam show, but they weren't having that either.
Because it wouldn't have worked next year when you're up here with us.
Yes. You get to come to this next year.
Good.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, we'll just make sure that we all wear the same sweaters.
Oh yeah, I'm down to match.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks, Jena.
Okay.
Tell us, tell our viewers just a little bit about your career. You were just recently ranked as one of the top agents in the city.
Yeah.
If I believe top 50?
The top 100.
Top 100.
Real producers.
Still pretty darn good. Pretty good.
Yeah, very good. So I started. This is my 6th year, which is crazy. It seemed like it went by really fast. Like the first year, 2 years, it seemed a little slower. And I was like going so quick. But I started with Coldwell Banker. I've been with them ever since. And I love the brokerage. I love my broker. And I think you can attest to that. Once you find support and that family in a place, you don't want to leave. And I would so say that contributed to my success, just knowing I had that support. But I grew up in Lake Tahoe. So I've been in this area my whole life. And then I moved down here probably I think it's probably been 12 years. Moved down here, but I was in the liquor business. So I sold alcohol for a long, long time for local distributors and then national distributors. And then I got sober. So my whole life changed. And I didn't really want to go back to selling alcohol, but I was pretty good at that. So it was kind of a shock. My mom was an agent growing up in Tahoe. So real estate's always really been in my family. And when they've bought and sold a lot of stuff. We bought a house that was like a total rat trap on the lake. We had dirt floors and ferrets.
Oh, wow.
But it was on the lake, and we remodeled it my whole life. So it was like a testament to what real estate can do for you, and I grew up with that. So I decided, well, I'm going to do real estate like my mom. My mom was like, you are crazy. I hated it. And they were both shocked that I do so well, which is kind of funny. But it's been, I have to say, my first year I sold closed 12 transactions. And since then I've done more and more, which is awesome. And I think mostly just connections to our people, I would have to say. It's been one of my most favorite things and what I lean on every single day.
Love it. So from a prospecting standpoint, you obviously having a baseline knowledge and a foundation of how real estate works and sales knowledge. I think that's super beneficial. But is there one or two or three things prospecting wise, generating new business that you are committed to, that you do and have done over these last 6 years?
Yeah. So I committed early on in my career. I said I'm going to have lunch or breakfast or some sort of interaction with 2 people a week. And at first I was like, I don't really know anybody, right? But then you're like, so many people. I taught Pilates. I'm from here, people that I went to high school with. So it really became like a get on social media and DM somebody hey, it's you need a coffee? And I learned early on, people are stoked to connect with people. Yeah. And I think we need to embrace that connection that we find valuable. So do they. So I was having breakfast, lunch with people twice a week. And then it turned into lenders and title reps and really getting to know people in the industry, which I also find very valuable. Yep. I think people always ask, and you guys probably get the same question, why do you hang out with people like realtors? I don't want to hang out with realtors. I do, because I learned so much from them, and early on it really helped. So I would say that 2 people a week, non-negotiable, even if it's your cousin, because your cousin knows people. I would say not probably your partner or your husband or your best friend, but go out and meet some people that you've known your whole life. And I still do that to this day. Sometimes it's 5 people a week and sometimes it's 1, but ultimately at the end of the month, it's 8.
In that consistency.
Yeah.
Always doing that. Always doing that. So when you sit down with these folks, I would imagine you're probably not when you're buying real estate, when you're selling your house. You're on your real time about it. Exactly right. You're building that genuine relationship.
I actually had somebody ask me, and they're like, oh yeah, can I have one of your cards? And I was like, Yeah, I'll come back. I don't have any. I didn't have any cards. It was horrible.
I know.
It was horrible. And I feel like I get, like, we also can't be the secret agent. You have to have your things and make sure people know, which social media is really good at. But yeah, I don't ever talk about buying or selling real estate. I want to know what's happening in your life, because if you're getting a job in Chicago, that's more important than you saying, oh yeah, I think I'm going to sell my house.
Right.
Because then I can say, remember, like, you're moving. Right. And knowing that stuff with what's happening with people in your sphere is more impactful. Your kids graduating and downsizing. I think that's become a really big thing. You know what's happening in their life before they have to ask. Yeah. But I guess that's the one thing. I can't really give you 3. I think that's the one thing I just do.
Know people, because this is ultimately a people business.
Yeah. Sure.
So to connect and continue to connect with those people,
Yep.
build those long-term relationships. They say that everybody you know knows 5 people who are going to move.
Yeah.
So if they know you and like you and trust you and don't have somebody else to represent them.
Yeah.
But I want to ask, if I may, about your social media. I follow you on social media.
Yeah.
The one social media I'm on, is that a social medium? The one I'm on, Instagram. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Tell us about how you went through building that out to becoming really an industry leader in social media.
Well, thanks. I tell a lot of people, it may seem stupid now, but you'll thank yourself in a year or 2 years. And I'm a really firm believer that in 2-3 years, if you haven't done this stuff, you're going to be in the dust. It's just, unfortunately, it's the way we're going with video marketing and social media. And so I just tell people, like, post every day and get into a consistent rhythm. But I also have found, I did some coaching on social media last year, and marketing is my background. So I have some knowledge of it, but I've also found you have to get clear with your message. So you have to find who your clientele is. Like, who are you talking to, your ideal client? And then everything from there will follow. And a big thing I learned last year was you don't need to be like every buyer, every seller, or the people that you already get. Being in recovery, like, I get a lot of folks in recovery, and that's the most beautiful part about my job. Like, taking somebody on that journey to buy their first house after credit is terrible, all those things that we've been through. But who's your ideal client? Like, those are people that will come to you. We love that. But, like, who are you striving for? And really model it after that. So I got very clear on that message the last, 10 months, and that's been really, really helpful. Not to mention, I'm like squirrel. So if I have all these ideas, I just will do them, and then it just gets so confusing. So I give myself one thing, and then you just follow that one. And it's a little easier.
Do you do your own social media? Or do you have somebody do?
I did it up until it's been a month and a half. I've hired somebody, local company. I love them. Ashley Poland, who owns Honeypot.
Okay.
Love them. And so it took a lot for me because I felt so strongly about having it be my own voice. But they work with me. So I have my own branding team, which I hired out last year. They use all my fonts, all my colors, and I'm very active in it. And so that's helpful.
6 years in, you've got this entire and this support system. And,
Yes.
and if I may, Garrett, it's things like, it's the support that I have, including support from Country Financial, who is one of our Sapphire sponsors, that makes programs like this and pretty much everything the association does able to come to you. So I just wanted to take a moment and thank our friends at Country Financial for being such tremendous sponsors of our association.
What a segue that would be.
It was perfect. We had it planned.
Yeah, and Sam's right. Yeah, without our partners, without our affiliate partners, our sponsor partners, helping lift up the association and being involved in the events and getting the word out, it's a whole lot more daunting task. So we love our sponsors and our affiliates here at SNR.
So good.
You hit something that I think is really important for people to hear. Yeah, you started shifting your mindset to who am I trying to attract before I get caught up into what do I say, or before I go to Chat GPT and say, give me a video script. Who do I want to attract? That is so important of having a clear message and not squirreling and being here and there and everywhere. Now, do you ever have days where you're like, hey, I like today, I got a pimple on my forehead and you guys are going to get to watch it on all these podcasts and that's what it is. But it's okay. That's who I am. Do you have days where you're like, man, I don't want to shoot video. Maybe it's a pimple on your forehead. Maybe you don't feel right, whatever it may be. And if so, how do you work through that?
I don't, but I think it's because I've been doing it. I really just don't care anymore.
Right.
I hate to say that, but I just don't. Like, I see the return on my investment. I invest in being my time mostly now. The money is hard too. Sometimes at the beginning when you're newer too, it's like, I don't have the money to spend on a videographer. So it's really hard, but just get your phone out. So there's always ways to overcome these things. And I always tell people, it's just reps with anything. Just go do it. Just go do it. Just go do it. It gets easier. And then I don't know if you even get better. I think you just get more comfortable. Right? And maybe we get better.
That comes across as a better product.
Yeah, totally. And so, I think you just do it because I do see, and I will all day long. It is worth your time, your money, your effort. Video goes a long way. And so just be confident in that. And I think always we hear this a lot too. Like, you meet people face to face. And I doubt maybe we're self-conscious too, but like, we meet people face to face. So just get on the video. Like, they know what we look like. It's true. And I think people like to see that come through naturally, even when you're uncomfortable, or you make a little mistake. I'm like, why did I say that? Does he make sense? Just air it, whatever.
Well, and I think that's the power of video.
Yeah.
And what you said, 2 or 3 years from now, if you're not doing it, I do think that you get left behind, or you're at the last caboose of the train. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I found in being consistent with video that it's a job interview that I don't even know I'm having.
Yeah.
People are on Instagram, Facebook, and they're seeing my face. They're seeing what I have to say. And I go back again. You're going to hear this a ton from me this year. Why do people hire a realtor? They don't hire us for the car we drive, for our lockbox key. They hire us for what's in here in our head and the knowledge that we bring to the table to shepherd them through the process.
Yeah.
And if I can post a video that lives online that they can access at 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. or 4 in the morning, that's a job interview that I may not even know that I got.
Right.
So do you ever post videos and someone calls you and goes, oh my God, that was the greatest video ever. Come sell my house?
I don't know if it's specifically that, but I get a lot of calls, emails, texts, and messages. I really do. I got one yesterday. I got one on Saturday. I get them all the time, and it blows my mind. And I think what most people discount is they'll say to me like, well, I haven't gotten leads. And they think that people are assuming it's like strangers from your following. No, I like the people that I haven't seen in 15 years that feel like they saw me yesterday and that they know me still so well, even though we haven't seen each other since high school. That I love, because then it's more fun to connect with somebody too. And like strangers we love too, but I think people discount that. Like all the people in our world that have watched us and have known us forever that are like, we trust you. So like, you don't need to find the stranger necessarily moving from California. All those will come. I get those too.
Right.
But I think, like a lot of people in our network right now, even if you only have 900 followers, get those people too. That's huge.
Yep.
Huge.
Hey, what you said earlier, that one person knows 5 people,
Yeah.
those 5 people know 5 people, just starts creating this web.
Yeah. Not to mention, it's free if you just pull out your little phone.
I don't know if either of you have noticed, but my content guy is right over there behind the camera. So should have made that introduction before.
And it's powerful, right? Like, we need the support. And last year I really told myself too, I'm like, as a control person and you want everything to be perfect, we think that I have to do everything on my own. And I know you're really good at this stuff too. You've hired somebody and you have a team. So give some of that control away. But who's better served doing your media? Probably not us. Like, it should be somebody that's a professional. And my gals I was so nervous and I love them. And now I'm just blown away. Like, this is awesome. Not only they're good at what they do, but then collaboration allows for a little bit better ideas. So I've really loved that. So it's just almost like stepping into out of your comfort zone.
When I think you get the journey, and you talked about that.
Yeah.
When you first start in the business, the disadvantage that you have, and not everybody, but most people, they don't have capital.
Totally. Yeah.
I don't have money to go put a billboard up or to go hire a fancy media guy to make nice, slick videos for me.
Yeah.
How do I do that? And like you said, pull your phone out. But once you get to that place, I look at my business as I need to make it scalable and repeatable.
Yeah.
And eventually, if you can get consistent with social media, you're going to get leads that come in through that social media and other avenues.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a little bit harder to pull your phone out and be the videographer, be the editor, be the script writer and all the other things that come along with making videos. So hiring that out and having someone come in for me has made it a scalable and repeatable way, a system within my business to continually generate business.
For sure.
Yep.
Not to mention like trial and error, because we have a lot of good people in our town that do really good work. And so really just finding different people too to add to your network, I've really enjoyed too. Like meeting new videographers, photographers, social media managers, all that stuff.
Before we jump back into the conversation, we want to take a quick moment to thank our amazing sponsors at the Women's Council of Realtors. Their support helps make this podcast possible and allows us to keep bringing you valuable content every episode.
Do you look at other people either here locally or in other states and try to get some ideas for content?
I do. And I think we all should.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Like what works best and how do we highlight, it's not always luxury real estate, or what if it is? I have a 2 million listing coming up and I'm like, where do I want that to go? And we should invest different things into different listing opportunities. So being comfortable with taking that leap too. And what are people doing? Because you don't want to discount that as well, that experience for your client. So I do. So I've been seeing a lot of new people and I like check out their stuff and I call them. And I think it's a great opportunity to meet with people too, even though, it's not like you're meeting for them for business. Like I'm not asking you to sell my house or sell your house to, like be a client. But these relationships go a long way.
Yep.
And so that's been really, really fun. But I will say that once you get so Fidel is a good example. And I know you probably know Fidel. He does like a lot of the informational tacos media guy. Okay. So for his video, it's not anything really to do with listings, right? Like none of that. He just wants informational. So I think we need these different partnerships with like types, right? Like have those for the professional videos talking about, like I talk a lot about like tax concepts moving to Nevada, financial aspects, right? And so have those types of media, have your listing media, and then your phone, B-roll, all these things are unprofessional. I think that's super important too.
Agree.
So having the gamut of things is what I have found to be most valuable these days.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I love to rip off and duplicate too.
Yes.
So, I'll watch videos of people here locally, people out of state.
Yeah.
And if they're talking about a topic, I'll literally ask myself, how can I talk about this topic with a different spin than what they had? Do I have a different outlook on this topic than what they had? And sometimes I don't. And it's like, okay, well, not that.
And sometimes you can't really, right? Yeah. And I think it's getting comfortable with that. Real estate is not like we're coming up with new concepts. Like you and we're doing the same things, just a little differently personality-wise.
Yep.
But really, it's a lot of things that people should be told about, educated about, that your people may not know that my people know. You know what I mean? And so I think that we need to remember that. Just because Garrett did this video doesn't mean my followers saw it.
Yep.
So it's really important to share and shine, especially when you don't have any ideas, or maybe you're not like refined with your ideal client yet. Like, just go do it.
It's true. I know. Yeah. And you hit this point, which is really good. My knowledge videos, what I know about real estate, what I'm dropping knowledge on,
Nice.
my listing media, and then that personal stuff.
Yeah.
And it's, whatever your comfort level is of personal. I know for me, I have an 11-year-old daughter and we do taste tests. We do weird food taste tests. And more than any video that I post.
Totally. Yes.
People will comment on it, like it. But when I'm out and about, I love the videos with your daughter. So those little things of being able to show off who you are as a person on top of the knowledge you have in your head for real estate, I think is a really important thing.
For sure. Well, that, and like you said, the ones that get the most views or the comments and interaction are very rarely listing videos.
Here's my 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in Des Moines. Like nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Well,
Gotta do it.
The way you frame it is like, if I was looking for this,
Yes.
like that identifies right there your immediate target audience.
And you do kind of have to, like, I love ripping off and duplicating, but then you also have to like kind of get a little, I think that's what's the frustrating part about social media, the trends, right? Yeah, we gotta like switch up the trends and how you do reels and all the things and the algorithm. So that can become a little daunting, but ultimately like have a good hook, don't just show somebody a bathroom and a living room, have a little bit of a story. Storytelling is huge. That's why I think personal stuff does so well, because of the storytelling, but we can do storytelling with more real estate stuff. So I see that perform better now. But yeah, I think for anybody who's just starting, just do it. And it does not need to be perfect.
No.
Like, just get out there and make a couple followers, keep building it, and it'll be good. I promise.
It's true. And when you mess up, make a blooper reel.
For sure.
Blooper reels are great.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
I know. I always used to tell I should do that more. But our people who video us, just like send me when you restart it, like just send me that because it's good.
Exactly right.
Yeah, I should do that more often.
This chair could be in that.
Squeak.
So no cold calling, no door knocking, nothing that felt uncomfortable. Yeah.
No, I am not any of those. And not that I wouldn't. I don't. I think it's great. I think there's such a place. It's not like I've never made like a call that was like a cold. Like I've probably made calls, but no, I don't do leads. I don't do any of that. I used to door knock when I first got licensed, and I would have listings. I would door knock the whole neighborhood before my open houses. And that was always great, just to try to like boost, because I've always gotten listings from open houses,
Yep.
You don't get buyers, so sometimes maybe. Or maybe you sell the house. Very rarely.
Very-
But I mean, that was just something. And I liked door knocking. That didn't bother me. Yeah.
It's good.
And I think that's okay. But thinking about other things I do now, I would say it's a lot of, social media and really just making new connections, networking groups. I golf a lot, so I'm in a lot of leagues, that kind of thing.
What kind of networking groups?
So I'm in Latip.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a BNI.
Okay.
Love that. So we meet every week. And then I do golf league. So we do all summer, and then we transition to winter to X golf. Yeah, so that's been good. I'm trying to think of the other ones that I've been doing lately. I think more just opportunities. And I do a lot of nonprofit work. So step one is I'm on the board right now. We have our gala coming up on the 7th of March. And that's really, like, I spend a lot of time in that community, which I think is like definitely a form of networking. And, when you do stuff that you love and you're passionate about, it becomes more fun and easy.
It's true.
So
It's true. Oh, networking groups is, I think, a really underutilized way
totally.
to meet people and hopefully boost your real estate business. But I'm a Rotarian. Big Rotarian, love Rotary. Reno has like 9 Rotary.
We do. I've been meaning to go. I have all the times and the things, and we're going to go. But it's great. I was going to ask you because I know you're big into that.
So what I found is you don't walk into a networking group and start getting business within 6 months.
No, gosh, no. Yeah. You got to stick around.
Exactly right. Yeah. So the attitude is I'm here to be a good Rotarian. And through that effort, hopefully someone's going to be like, I like that guy.
Yeah.
He's got a cool personality. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And then you get those business opportunities. And that certainly has been my journey in Rotary. It took me probably closer to 2 years before I got that first call and they said, hey, I need some help with some real estate stuff. And went, awesome.
How long have you been a part of Rotary?
5 years, 6 years, right there. So
that's good.
Exactly right.
So you see the value.
Without a doubt. And that first call turned into the second call, turned into, I think I'm my 7th or 8th call now.
Perfect.
And that's what you want to have happen. And then when you get that first call, obviously, I got to do a bang up job. I got to do that good because that's going to be the buzz that happens at the Rotary tables at lunchtime. Yeah. But going to those networking groups, because networking is, I get to pick what I'm into.
For sure.
Where's my heart at? And I have to go do that.
I know. And it's the coolest thing. Like I thought, because BNI in Reno, it's tough to get those seats too. Same with Latip, because there's just not very many groups.
Right.
And so when that came up, I was like, I don't know if I want to do that every week. But it's been the most wonderful thing to get invited to try to like apply for that seat and get it. And I really joined because as for us, having people we can call for a leak and a roof, that has been the magic to my business, is having those people that are on speed dial.
Yep.
So I've loved that. And then it's turned into a ton of business. But honestly, having referrals is one of the most, I love it about my business, is like my clients will call me even now. Like they closed 5 years ago and they're like, hey, remember that guy like you said you had? Yes. Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
I love that.
And that's what I found in real estate is you reach a tipping point. And what I mean by that is this. you work and you work and you work to build a database, to build a clientele. Some of those people you keep, most of those people you keep in your database. Some of them maybe you don't put them in your database for whatever reasons. And you build that database up, but you reach a point, and for everyone it's different. For some people it's 5 years, some people it's 15 years. You reach that tipping point to where I know every month I'm going to get 2 phone calls from qualified people that are either past clients or referrals from a past client. And those people are looking to transact, whether that's buy or sell. And that's going to happen in the next 3 to 4 months. And that's huge.
Yes.
BNI. I did BNI for, probably 5 years. It was at 7 in the morning.
Or just 7.
Still
Love certain whereas
So Brutus. There's nothing I love more than sunrise except for my bed.
I love the mornings. I'm like obsessed.
I'm a morning person too, but 7 and being your best and your sharpest, that was tough. But I made a connection in that BNI with the local businessman in Carson, and he's become an awesome client. And I'm talking double-digit transactions between stuff that he's doing and referrals that he sent to me from just showing up to a networking group.
It's so cool.
Can't beat that.
No, you cannot. And I think that people too, the networking thing I love, and I would recommend that to anybody. But these connections you can find anywhere. And so if you just show up to things, if you make an effort to get to know your social media manager, there's things that these people go to, you get invited to, and then you get to know other people. And that's invaluable. Like even my gal for Honeypot, they have this marketing get together, and I'm like, I'll go. I'm sure you know about that. Yeah. And it's like, who cares? You might meet somebody and hey man, they might all be real estate agents. I don't care. But at the end of the day, it's really nice to just go meet people. Just go meet people like it's your job, because it is.
The last thing I want to hit on the networking is, I hear that a lot. Why do I want to come to realtor events? I'm a realtor.
So the only realtors there, they're not going to refer me business.
Correct.
I want to make money off of them.
Yeah, you do. And here's a couple examples in my own personal life. Getting to know realtors. I'm in Carson. So getting to know realtors in Reno. I can't tell you how many calls I've gotten from people in Reno that are like, hey, I got a client looking to buy in Carson. Not my area. Don't want to drive. Don't want to do that. Will you give me a referral? Yeah, no problem. I've closed many deals from referrals from agents in our own local marketplace that I made that connection and built that relationship through being involved at the board, whether that was at an event, being on a committee, being part of the board, whatever it may be. You get to meet those different people. There's going to be agents who retire out of the business and are going to be looking for opportunities and people to give that business to. So there's a lot of different opportunities within the real estate space and networking that I don't think people look at it that way a lot.
No, I don't think so either. And quite frankly, every time you do a deal, unless you're double ending every single one of your transactions, you are working with another agent and you are making money with another agent. And you have a common goal of making your clients happy and satisfied. And if you know the other agent, oftentimes, and have respect for them because you've worked with them on the board and you've gotten to know them, it becomes a whole lot easier.
So much easier.
And, we're in a deal with Hayden and it's amazing. I mean, it's been like one of the easiest transactions ever. And you just know you can go to these people and know that transaction communication will probably be good. And I think that that's awesome. It's true. Not to mention, you get multiple offers and you're looking at these things and who can I communicate with? And this person's not answering your phone or, maybe they're hard to get a hold of. And this other person, great. Like, how am I going to close the deal? Probably with the person that's answering the phone. And generally it's somebody on the board. And I think too, not just the board, but like committees, excuse me. I think too, when I was first licensed, I got involved in committees right away. I had nothing better to do with my time. I was doing this full time. So I'm like, I'm going to show up 9 to 5 on Monday through Friday. Maybe some Saturdays and Sundays. But I think it's been hugely helpful. And I've always said political action committee and government affairs has been great because I want to know the most about my industry and my area. That provides the most information. Just a little plug if you're looking to get on a committee. But other ones exist and they're amazing too. And hey, man, treat it like a job. Take care of the work and the work will take care of you sometimes.
Yep.
And show up for your industry, man. It gives us so much. I think that you would agree. This industry gives us so freaking much that I almost feel compelled to give back to it too.
The people in real estate, not only realtors, but my clients. Sure, I make a living, I feed my family this way, but they've enriched my life
Yeah.
in ways that money could never come close to doing.
Agree.
They've made me better people. They've opened doors in different avenues, things I'm interested in, doors for my daughter that never would have been open if I didn't know who they were and they didn't know who I was. So getting out there, treating it like a job, showing up 9 to 5, that's super important. The best part about this business is you get to be your own boss.
Yes.
And the worst part about this business is you get to be your own boss. So, that 3 o'clock hits and you're like, well, I could call another 10 people or I could go hit some golf balls. So what am I going to do? And being consistent in those actions.
Yeah.
I like to tell new agents, you don't have to be perfect.
No.
You don't have to do the right thing every day, Monday through Friday, but you got to do the right thing more often than you do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And you got to be consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you wish someone would have told you when you were first starting? A piece of advice you would have gotten or something you would have known?
I loved the advice I got from my mom, which was to not do it. Because I do love a good challenge, but I think too, this industry is so, I love the shows too. And I'm a huge Ryan Serhant fan and I love what he's doing to the industry. Selling Sunset, all the things. But I think sometimes it can make our job look very easy. And people want to do the job because it looks so easy or glamorous. And I love that. And I love the pieces of it that we get to do that are glamorous. We get to see some really impressive things and meet impressive people. But the day-to-day is so mundane sometimes. And it's a grind. It's a job.
It's a paperwork office job.
It's a job.
75% of it is paperwork.
And I was so grateful today that 2 of my showings are canceled because I finally got to go to the office to do stuff. And I think that, it's a job, but it can be a very, very rewarding job because we deal with people's lives so personally and intimately. But it is a job. It's not like an easy thing. You don't just start rolling in here and making millions of dollars.
Nope.
But it's a fabulous way to better yourself and the humans around you because like you just said, I loved that. The people you've gotten to meet that have enriched my life have been, it's been so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been invaluable. And then also taking it as an opportunity to constantly be a better person, which selfishly is amazing, but for my clients. And the things that we get to do with leadership or, all of these other things that are available to us as a realtor locally and nationally. But it's amazing, to better yourself and then be a better agent. Yeah, it's cool. But I guess I wish somebody would have said, you love to work, right? And I would say, yeah, of course.
It's half days. You get to choose which 12 hours a day you work.
Yes. True.
I agree with that. And keeping the amazing theme up, we have another amazing Sapphire sponsor, Fidelity National Home Warranty. And if you haven't met the awesome Katie Morales, you should definitely meet Katie Morales, who is another social media superstar.
Yeah, so funny.
But we thank Fidelity National Home Warranty for being a Sapphire sponsor here at Sierra Nevada Realtors. Thank you for all that you do for our industry.
Yay, Katie.
Oh, you got anything else for Jena?
No. Oh, is it my turn to talk?
Yeah.
I was thinking that.
No, you guys.
Sam.
I learned so much, and I just wanted to go back and touch on it. The through line of this entire conversation was, it's the people.
Yeah.
Serve the people, connect with the people, help the people.
Yeah.
And if you do that, the money just sort of happens in the background if you're showing up just to help people.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about shows there.
Yeah. No, it's exactly right. I love that. And I think if your intention is just that, it's not ever really about the money. It's just when you do well and do good, it'll happen.
Success is the side effect of doing good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. And I know when I was coming up in the business, there was a culture, and there still is a culture today, especially for young people in the podcast sphere, the media sphere, of you got to grind. It's about the money. Go make a bunch of money. And when you focus on the money,
there's no money.
There's no money.
No money.
Training is for meat.
Correct.
Yeah, and I love that, and I do hate, and I'm so guilty of it. I'm busy.
Right.
I'm freaking so busy, but I always make time for things, and I think that that's important. I really did this last year. When you hire help that is so important, you give your time back. And that's been so amazing for me, really figuring out who does what better so my job can, my business can build itself has been incredible. So we're not like, I'm not working until midnight. I go to bed at 8 because I wake up at 4. And if you text me after 8, I don't text back generally. Unless it's Sam sometimes.
When have I ever texted you?
I don't think it was after 8. And like, that's true. You can really set boundaries and people respect it. Like, I know a lot of people with children that bring their kids. It's not like people are like, I think that we're human. And if you, introduce that human element with your clients, they are so responsive.
So true.
Without doubt. So thank you. This was an awesome
Thank
conversation.
you.
Really appreciate
I'm so excited for the rest of this year. It's going to be so good. And honestly, it's an honor to come up after you guys and learn some things. So it's going to be awesome.
Love it. Thank you. Thank you for all you do for SNR. And thank you for all you do for our industry.
Thank you.
Betcha.